IT family, back for another Q&A session here. Got a question from a guy named Steven that came in. I want to read this to you. I think it'll help everybody. He says, my biggest struggle is to get a chance to do it. I'm 54 years old with 20 plus years in the game, from pulling and terminating Cat 5 and Cat 6 cable to installing switches, patch panels, configuring to turning up networks, and I need help with an upgrade. So what Steven is basically asking is, what sounds like to me is that he's ready to take his life and career to the next level. The problem is I don't have enough information to really address his exact concerns, because I don't know where he wants to go. I don't know what he envisions his future, what type of career he wants. But I'm going to go under the assumption that since he's been involved kind of in the information technology world, I'm sure that he's done a lot of work with people in the industry. Just for the mere fact that he's running cables for people, and I'm sure he's dealt with IT administrators and all that kind of good stuff. And he's probably just sick and tired of the physical labor that comes along with it after 20 years. It can become pretty, physically draining after a while. So I understand where he's coming from, and my biggest advice for anybody that's kind of in this stuck position, if you will, and they're ready to make a change, is that you just have to do it. Okay? You need to make the change. You need to make the transition. However you need to do it. You got to decide first. Decide, what is it you want to do? Do you have an idea of the career that you want to get into next? You know what kind of job you want? Do you know what company you want to go work for? Do you want to go and venture out on your own? I don't know any of that, but the first step is deciding and taking that step to decide on, you know what, I'm going to make the leap. I'm going to make that next jump in my career, and then just going after it. Okay, and so let's say, for example, that I'm going to assume here that you want to get into more of the IT stuff. Maybe more of an administration type position. The guy that's actually working with, the equipment in the server rooms and managing networks and things like that, right? If you want to get into that, the first thing you need to do is start talking to people already in that field, okay? To get an idea of, is it something you want to do? Maybe you already know that. And how to get your foot in the door. You need to start networking with people to get your name out there. I've talked about this several times in other videos. It's a powerful way to get your name out there so that people are aware of you, and so that you can become known. Okay? Long gone are the days where you can just plaster your resume and expect phone calls. It just doesn't happen anymore. You've got to be proactive enough to go out and find the work that you're looking for. Second, if you're going for something like that, what are you doing to advance yourself? Okay? So there's going to be new skills involved with whatever occupation it is that you're trying to go for in your upgrade path, if you will. So you need to up your skill, up your game. What are you doing for that? Okay, see, because the law of economics is, we get paid based on the value that we bring to the marketplace. That's it, okay? So what is it that you can bring to the table for your next employer? What value can you provide as an employee to that company? What is it that you can do for them? Really, these are things that you just need to start asking yourself so that you can better prepare for your next endeavor, all right? So while I can't really tell you how to upgrade yourself, because I don't know specifically where you want to go, but the generic approach here, the mindset that you need to have, is that you've got to take responsibility to get where you want to be. Nobody is going to hand you anything anymore. It just doesn't work that way, okay? So get out there, use the tools that are available on the internet to find companies and people to network with. Use the people that you personally know. You know what I'm saying? If you're on a job site and you like the company that you're working at, and it looks like something that you may want to do, talk to somebody there. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to do that. You know, just go to networking events if you need to. The idea is to start getting your name out there, right? So you can make contacts. You got to start building the Rolodex so that when you need to make a phone call, it's an easy phone call. You can pick up the phone and say, hey, can you help me out? You know what I'm saying? So just know that you are in charge of your upgrade, of your own upgrade, your own future, okay? We have to decide. We've got to be the predator. We have to go get what it is that we want, all right? And so that is my biggest advice to you. Number one, decide. Number two, commit. Number three, be persistent and just go get it, okay? That's the only way you're going to get unstuck, right? Is you got to make a decision. You've got to jump out of the comfort zone. You've got to make a change of some sort, okay? In fact, you'll probably have to make many changes, all right? So I really hope that helps you out. I hope you really watched the video, Stephen. And anyone else, if you've enjoyed this, you know, got questions, let me know in the comments below. Love all my subscribers here. Love you for what you're doing and following me here. I really, really appreciate it deeply. If this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, I appreciate you stopping by. Make sure you check out everything else going on the channel. Subscribe as well. And anyone else that hasn't clicked on the link below, I want you to do that and get on my list so that I can communicate with you. And I'm also going to send you a free comprehensive guide as well. So I'll talk to you guys on the next Q&A. Keep the questions rolling. I'm trying to keep up with what's going on. If you've submitted questions for me, be patient with me. I'll get them out there. We'll talk to you on the next Q&A. Peace.